Burma's military government has rejected a United Nations proposal to allow independent observers at its constitutional referendum in May. The offer was made by UN Special Envoy Ibrahim Gambari during talks with election officials and junta leaders. Mr. Gambari also visited opposition leader Aung San Suu Kyi, who is under house arrest in Rangoon, but was allowed to leave for the meeting.
The rare meeting between Aung San Suu Kyi and UN envoy Ibrahim Gambari produced discussions on freedom, democracy and reform in Burma. But that's all it was, an hour and a half of more talk and nothing resolved. Mr. Gambari returned to Burma to meet the country's generals and political leaders, proposing to send independent observers to May's referendum on a new constitution. But any hopes for progress in his talks appeared dashed by the country's election officials, who told him they had enough experience and didn't need the additional assistance. The nation's junta has accused Mr. Gambari of showing bias in favour of the detained opposition leader. The generals also made it clear that they would stick with plans to build what they call a disciplined, flourishing democracy. What this means is of concern to most Burmese, with last September's deadly crackdown on non-violent pro-democracy protesters still fresh in their minds. The junta has enacted a law criminalising public speeches and leaflets about the referendum. They've also announced Suu Kyi will be barred from running in any future election because of her marriage to a foreigner, Briton Michael Aris, who died 9 years ago. Mr. Gambari was hoping he would be able to press the regime to include Suu Kyi's National League for Democracy party in the election process. But the junta flatly refused, saying the constitution had already been drafted and would not be amended again. Burma's general election in 2010 has previously been described by the military as a roadmap to democracy. However, the roadmap has been dismissed by the opposition as a sham, designed to tighten the military's grip on power. Yalda Hakim, World News Australia.